As humans, our emotions and feelings fluctuate as we experience life. From traumatic events to times of hurt, these instances of emotional pain can be dangerous when we can't deal with them as well as we'd like to. They start to influence our thoughts and feelings about ourselves. Self-love is an unconditional feeling of love, appreciation, and acceptance for yourself. That means that no matter what you do or what you experience, you always love yourself with the same strength. A lack of self-love is when someone feels less of themselves, when someone doesn't have a strong regard for their well-being or happiness. And a lack of self-love can be caused by a lot of things. For example, the recent growth of social media. It has sponsored beautiful, unrealistic women and handsome, unrealistic men to gain insane popularity. To people who are insecure and vulnerable, like young kids and teens, social media has made it way easier for them to compare themselves to these absurd realities. A young girl might see 500,000 likes on a photo of a woman in a bikini and think to herself that that image represents beauty based off her millions of followers and thousands of comments. A young boy might see 250,000 likes on a photo of a man with a defined, built body and think to himself that that man must be the idea of perfection based on the amount of likes and followers he has. A lot of self-loathing can also be caused by a change in mental or physical health, bullying, unsupportive family or friends, and traumatic events. Of course, a lack of self-love can also occur in waves. Maybe for a period of a couple days or a week or two, self-esteem can drop, but we don't develop a lifestyle of hate towards ourselves. The reasons for self-loathing or self-love can differentiate according to an individual. I wanted to interview some high schoolers to find out what experiences and events contributed to the way that they developed, and to get a better idea of what loving yourself really means. I'm here with James Sirico and Dean Kapika.
Hello.
Two of Westlake High School's finest seniors. I want you to tell me about your experiences in high school and how they affected your opinion of yourself.
In 8th grade, I had a really high friend group and everything, and that kind of fell apart and everything. I don't need to get into the details. That's not important. But in 9th grade, I met someone, and that kind of flourished into the relationships that I have with a lot of people now. And it just made me the person I am today. And I just started to realize that, like, I have, like, all these friends now and everything, and, like, it just made me a happy and better person. And, sometimes I have my dumb moments, of course, like everyone does.
Who doesn't?
But, for the most part, I'm happy with where I am. And, if I had never met the people I met in 9th grade, I don't think I would be the person I am today.
Well, yeah, it's really good. I had my fair share of ups and downs in middle school. I didn't really know that many people, but I, knew everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I was always busy working, and that was when I really started acting. So I didn't, ever build a really close relationship with anyone or friendship, but I knew everyone. Everyone knew me as the funny kid, but, I had my fair share of social issues. I didn't really know how to connect well to people. I wasn't the most talkative kid in school because I didn't know any of my own classmates. And then freshman year rolls along. Pretty much the end of 8th grade into freshman year, I met this friend who introduced me to another friend and another friend. And I built a core group that I have been friends with since high school, all throughout high school.
What does being a good friend mean to you?
Being a good friend is being reasonable, loyal, truthful, and all around just good company to be with.
When you started high school, did you ever actively seek out people to become friends with, or did you let your relationships happen in a natural manner?
I let my relationships just happen in a natural manner. I already had a pretty big core, a nice core base group, and after that it was just branching off to people that I would see in the halls and talk to occasionally, and if they were nice, chill, comfortable people, then I would hang out.
I never really forced any relationship with my friends and everything. I kind of just let it all flow naturally.
It's not even a friendship, really, if you were to force it. It's just too fast. It's weird if you do that, I feel.
I definitely agree. And to add on to Alice's question, I really look into loyalty with someone. I strive heavily on loyalty. I really like someone who I could be honest with, and they could be honest with me. And, you know, if anything ever happens, I know I could, like, rely on that person, you know? I really... That's a trait I really admire about people, and I try to look into people.
Would you say that you really inspire people to be the best that they can be?
I don't know. That's a hard question, because I think people are gonna be people. Honestly, on how I act and what I do doesn't really influence them. I think at the end of the day, it's your choice, and it's your, like, life to live, you know? If you want to do something stupid and dumb, like, that's, at the end, like, that's your choice. Don't get me wrong, the people you're around, you might get, like, that certain reputation, or they might influence you to do bad or good things, but at the end of the day, I think it's really just you, and you can't really blame anyone besides yourself.
It's true. Every morning I think that we have the choice of whether we can wake up and put a smile on our face no matter what's happening, or we could wake up and just live a life in sadness and stuff and depression. So I think that a lot of self-love, you know, that is your choice. Like, you have the choice to embrace all of your good qualities no matter what. And people who don't, you know, it's really sad.
You're definitely going to have people who are going to try to drag you down and everything. And it's not, I don't think anyone maliciously means it. Sometimes people do, but it's very rare. But I think you just got to do your own thing, and you can't really worry about it.
Life is just so complicated, and there's too many questions to be asked about what's going to happen in the future, what's going to happen after death, what's going to happen if this person doesn't become my friend, what's going to happen if this girl doesn't like me. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the only person you have to worry about is you. You're sleeping with yourself. You wake up in your body, you go to sleep in your body, you eat in your body. You need to be comfortable in your body.
I'd like to thank James Sirico and Dean Kapika for really opening up and sharing their stories with us. I hope that everyone has learned that self-love is a choice. Self-love is something that you can be a part of, and I hope that everyone here decides to embrace it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.